Welcome to the SPC video for the 97001 through 97006 Scissor Arm Ball Joint Rebuild Kits. Always follow proper safety precautions associated with all the equipment used in this video. Read the installation instructions thoroughly. These kits allow for the rebuilding of worn ball joints or customization of the scissor arms with different ball joint stud lengths. Most scissor arms are shipped with 1/2 inch longer ball joint studs to improve the camber curve with OE knuckles. If a tall knuckle is used, the longer ball joint stud may provide too much height gain. Rebuild kits are available for both common ball joint stud tapers with OE length 1/4 inch longer and the standard 1/2 inch longer studs. Before starting, Loctite Primer SF7471 and Thread Locker 242 or equivalents will be used. Visit the FAQ section of the SPC website for the high moly content grease specifications and some approved greases. Raise vehicle by frame and support with jack stands. Remove front tire and wheel assembly. Using spanner tool part number 72120 or equivalent, slightly loosen the ball joint retainer cap to release the thread locking compound. Loosen the ball joint housing pinch bolt. Remove ball joint stud cotter pin and castle nut and discard. Using ball joint separator part number 37995 or equivalent, break the taper between the ball joint stud and knuckle. Support knuckle to prevent damage to brake line or lower ball joint. Loosen and remove the two clevis pinch bolts at the bushing ends of the arm legs and remove the ball joint assembly from the vehicle. Clean the ball joint housings prior to disassembly. Remove ball joint housing pinch bolt with retainer and slide lower housing down and off upper housing. Remove rubber boot from lower housing and discard. Fully remove ball joint retainer cap from upper ball joint housing and remove spring, washer, ball joint race, and stud from the upper housing. Discard ball stud, race, washer, and spring. Thoroughly clean remaining parts, especially the threads of the ball joint retainer cap and ball joint housing. Install new boot into lower housing, making sure the lip of the boot is fully engaged inside the lower housing. Apply a thin layer of high moly content grease to the inside bottom surface of the upper ball joint housing. Apply grease to inside a ball joint race, confirming all grooves are filled. Fill groove and bottom of ball joint retainer cap with grease to hold the spring in place during reassembly. Place spring into groove. Install ball stud into upper ball joint housing. Place ball joint race onto top of ball stud. Place washer onto top of race. Apply Loctite Primer 7471 to clean threads of ball joint retainer cap and to clean threads of upper ball joint housing. Allow 30 seconds for primer to dry. Apply Loctite 242 to ball joint retainer cap threads and to upper ball joint housing threads. Thread ball joint retainer cap with spring into upper ball joint housing. Tighten to 34 Newton meters or 25 pound-feet. Confirm ball joint articulation. Stud should move smoothly with moderate force and have no play. Confirm the mating surfaces of the ball joint housings are clean and dry. Slide lower housing into upper housing. Install ball joint housing pinch bolt and retainer and tighten gently. These housings will need to be able to pivot. Reinstall ball joint assembly with legs to the bushing pivots. Tighten clevis pinch bolts gently as these will need to pivot also. Install ball joint stud into knuckle, torque to specifications. Install cotter pin, tightening the nut to the next slot if needed. An alignment is recommended at this point. Turn arm adjusters until desired camber and caster readings are reached. Confirm adjuster thread lengths are equal and thread engagement is sufficient per original instructions. Adjust toe. Tighten the ball joint housing pinch bolt and the two clevis pinch bolts to the torque values listed in the original instructions. Confirm that there is no gap between the ball joint housings. If an alignment was performed, tighten all 4 adjuster jam nuts. Current installation instructions can be found at the SPC website. Finish greasing the joint through the grease fitting with high moly content grease. Test drive vehicle and enjoy. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below for all your alignment how-to needs from SPC.